There's not a person alive who doesn't know the name of Larry Nassar and the horrific sexual crimes he committed against young, world-class female athletes on the USA Olympic gymnastics team. In this special network TV show, Justice in America, the USA Olympic Sex Abuse Scandals, our investigative team focuses not just on what happened to these criminal perpetrators like Larry Nassar and other coaches, but also what happened to their victims and how sometimes in life we meet our destiny on the road we sought to avoid it, and how the law firm of Manley, Stewart, and Finaldi not only got justice for hundreds of innocent, dedicated, world-class athletes, but also demanded that changes be implemented at the highest levels of the USA Olympics so this never happens again. But just in case there are those few who do not know the detailed facts of these horrific sex scandals, we will briefly share the highlights of these cases. The USA Olympic sex abuse scandal relates to the sexual abuse of hundreds of gymnasts, primarily minors, over 2 decades in the United States, starting in the 1990s. It is considered the largest sexual abuse scandal in sports history. More than 500 athletes were sexually assaulted by gym owners, coaches, and staff working for gymnastics programs across the country, including USA Gymnastics and Michigan State University. Hundreds of them sued USAG and the United States Olympic Committee, as well as Michigan State University, which settled the suits in 2018 and 2021 for a total of nearly $900 million. The breadth of the abuses was first revealed by the Indianapolis Star, which reported in September 2016 that predatory coaches were allowed to move from gym to gym undetected by a lax system of oversight or dangerously passed on by USA Gymnastics certified gyms. Coaches and officials perpetrated, facilitated, or worked to conceal abuse in Michigan, Pennsylvania, California, Rhode Island, Indiana, and elsewhere. FBI agents declined to investigate early allegations of abuse, then lied about it, according to a U.S. Justice Department report. As a result of the FBI's refusal to investigate these allegations and protect these young athletes, estimates range from at least 70 to 120 more victims were sexually assaulted by Nassar, and that's according to the DOJ IG report. In April and June 2022, 103 victims of Nassar sued the FBI for a total of $1.13 billion under the Federal Tort Claims Act for the FBI's false statements and inaction. In May 2022, the Department of Justice refused to arrest any of the FBI agents that were involved in the failure to investigate for 14 long months. Almost 2 years later, the DOJ settled legal claims brought over the department's failure to investigate allegations that could have brought Nassar, the convicted child molester, to justice sooner and prevented dozens of assaults. Leaders of USAG, MSU, and the United States Olympic Committee ultimately resigned. Several coaches and officials faced criminal charges. Larry Nassar, a national team doctor for USAG and an osteopathic physician in Michigan State University Athletic Department, was accused by 265 women to have sexually abused him under the pretense of providing medical treatment. In 2017 and 2018, Nassar pleaded guilty to federal charges of child pornography and state charges of first-degree sexual assault. He received sentences of 60 years in prison plus another 80 to 300 years. The scandal led to the Protecting Young Victims from Sexual Abuse and the Safe Sport Authorization Act of 2017, which directed the creation of the U.S. Center for Safe Sport. Media reporting of this scandal led to a series of congressional hearings, which resulted in the passage of the Empowering Olympic Athletes Act of 2020. Manley, Stewart, and Finaldi were lead counsel representing victims of Larry Nassar. They recovered $880 million for his victims in combined settlements against Michigan State University, the USAG, and the USOPC. Manley, Stewart, and Finaldi also represented 18 young women who were molested as minors by a former USA water polo coach and recovered nearly $19 million in settlements settlements against the USA Water Polo and 2 school districts where he also coached. The coach was convicted on 23 counts of sexual abuse and sentenced to more than 18 years in prison in 2023. Manly Stewart Finaldi secured a $31 million settlement on behalf of 25 current and former high school age athletes who were molested by a former USA Wrestling and Torrance High School coach, Thomas Snyder. He was convicted of 29 felony counts of lewd acts with children and 8 misdemeanor counts of molestation and sentenced to 69 years to life in prison. Manly Stewart Finaldi also secured a $1.5 million settlement for Adam Schmidt, who filed a lawsuit alleging the organization was negligent in failing to protect him from sexual abuse as a minor from formerly renowned Olympic coach Richard Callahan. Schmidt also received a $1.5 million settlement from the Michigan skating rink where he said the abuse took place. In this insider exclusive Justice in America network TV special, Justice in America, the USA Olympic sex abuse scandals, our news team is on location with John Manley, lead attorney on the Larry Nassar cases, and Morgan Stewart, lead attorney on the USA Water Polo and wrestling cases, to show how they battled the true Goliaths of the legal world for over 5 years to get justice for their outstanding and deserving clients. They have earned impeccable reputations as unyielding trial lawyers who repeatedly represent individuals and families against big companies and the Goliaths of the world and repeatedly win because they believe that someone who has been harmed is someone who should be helped. This is the Insider Exclusive, live from Orange County, California.